Hey guys, it's FifaRalle here and welcome to episode 36 of Let's FIFA 16. And we start off this episode by listing up FifaRalle on the market. He ran out of contracts and with him selling on, I would have enough coins to go out and pick up Pjanic. Well, I picked him up just as he sold on and then I ended up with like 300, 400 coins after having picked him up. So we get Pjanic in. And that pretty much completes our squad. We now have a pretty good free kick taker into the side. And in the last episode, we got a pretty reasonable start to the division. We played 4 games and we got 9 points. Still, that one loss is annoying me a little bit because, yeah, we can lose another game, but then it will be a really, really tough run. So this episode is all about getting points and not dropping anyone, such that the later stages of the division will see us having a chance of picking up that Division 1 title. And we start off the first game of this episode pretty well. We pick up a penalty. Jackson Martinez, who won it, will also score it and bring us up 1-0. But pretty much straight after I got my goal, he went into my box with Götze, and it's another penalty. Penalties everywhere in this game, but we save it. In the last episode, I dove to the right side twice. I did not save a penalty. So third time is the charm. As in this episode, we will save it and we'll remain in the lead 1-0. We get a cheeky little backheel shot in. Unfortunately, it didn't go in. And instead, we score on the rebound there. But every goal counts. It is 2-0. We have that little cushion lead, and yeah, just like before when I scored my first goal, he created another chance and he puts it into the back of the net straight away. It's back into the game at 2-1. Not too happy about that goal, but we played on through to Dembele, and then it's Carrasco, and in the end it's Felipe Anderson to get me the goal back into that 2-goal lead. Very, very important because, as I said, we cannot really afford to drop many more points in the division, and we got the softest of penalties. Like, what? How's that penalty? I don't know. Sometimes the penalties on this game are kind of weird, but we get a 4th goal in the match, and at this stage is looking pretty good. 4-1, and sort of sitting on the game, creating the chances, and sort of able to control his attacks. And we get a good pass and move play going here, and we end it off with a beautiful chip over the goalkeeper. 5-1. Game is done and dusted, and despite him actually getting a chance here towards the end, didn't really matter too much. It's just a go back for him, 5-2, but it wouldn't really change the outcome of the match. We win it, and yeah, Felipe Anderson there with 2 goals, and overall just a really, really good game. Alves had a lot of saves in this match, and he did get the man of the match because my opponent had a lot of long shots, but they didn't really trouble me too much, and then we get another win. So we're sitting on 12 points from 5 games. So looking at this sort of halfway throughout the season, the form we have, it's enough to actually get the division title. We just need 4 more wins. But then again, you could easily face 2 really strong opponents and then it's all gone. So still, we need to win 4 out of our next 5 games, which still is pretty tough. So we switch over to our other 4-3-2-1 squad. Both of them are performing pretty well for me. I feel pretty confident playing with both teams, and my opponent in the second match of this episode is rocking with a 4-5-1 BPL squad. Now, there's a lot of good players into this side, but generally, I do not like this formation. I feel I'm a little bit too vulnerable on the counter-attack. However, this guy played pretty well in it. He had a lot of players going forward, and here I get an absolutely failed pass. It's not meant for that guy. And he puts it into the back of the net. Luckily, though, he was offside and it didn't count. And instead, it was me to try and create something here. A couple of minutes later, it's Perisic. He plays it on through to Banega. We find Kuno Plianka here, and he does clear it away, but we're back onto the ball straight away. He's not able to clear properly, and Banega gets onto it. He plays it back to Cuadrado. A little scoop. We play it outside to Perisic, and that is the goal. It brings us into the lead 1-0. In the 18th minute. And yeah, of course, as per usual, I'm pushing for that second goal. I want to just close off the game and not let my opponent get back into it. And here we play it to Perisic. We try out the shot. Didn't really come to anything. Cuadrado here trying out a couple of skill moves, but he could not find the back of the net. And then it was half time. Not much happening. And then we reached basically full time. And all that happened in the second half was I had a 1 shot off target. It's like a midfield battle, nothing happening, but I was sort of fine with that, but I was nervous throughout the entire second half because I knew we just needed 1 breakthrough to see me dropping points, but luckily nothing happened. I got the win, and we're now sitting on 15 points, getting closer and closer to that title. So final game of the episode, we are up against a 4-1-2-1-2 BPL slash sort of La Liga squad. A couple of players not on full chemistry, but still very, very strong squad he had there. We get the first chance here. Could not put it into the back of the net, but still we test out the keeper. We pick up a corner, and from that we get a little touch around the defender. We pick up a free kick, and you might guess from the title there is a pretty good free kick goal in this match. Whether it be this or a later goal, who knows. But he moves the wall, and I thought, let's try for the far corner. Then he moved the wall, and then I thought, okay, near post. Then he moved the wall again, and I thought, let's try for the far post. I think the goalkeepers do not react before the ball is sort of behind the wall, and look at that free kick. I mean, come on, Dybala. That is a beauty into the top corner. What a goal, and that is well and truly a wonder free kick into the top corner to give us the lead. And just as in the other games we play, we get a pretty early goal. I'm happy about that. We get a corner here in the 14th minute, and we send it into the box. A good header, but the player on the line saves him from me going up a 2-0. But I was creating a lot of chances in this match, and I always felt like he had a good attack, but I was sort of able to break it down. And we get a lot of chances hitting the post here. But not putting it into the back of the net. 30th minutes, Perez on the ball, a little fake shot there to beat the defender, and a ball roll just going around him into the box, and he gets tripped to pick us up a penalty, and that gives us the chance to go up a 2-0, and that's exactly what we do. And yet again we have that 2-goal lead, and it was just a game with a lot of chances, but I didn't score on that many of them. Here we break on through, but keeper saves it, and the rebound didn't really come to anything. Perez on the ball here, 78th minute, sort of moving around on the edge of the box, and we find, of all players, Felipe Luis inside the box, but good save there from De Gea, denying me the goal. Instead, another sort of soft penalty, and we pick that up, but for some reason this game had been completely fluent and good to play, and then it turned extremely laggy when I had to take the penalty. Look at that penalty bar. Like, it was just jumping around, and I was trying to figure out, should I hit it earlier or what should I do? And I tried to wait for it, but the lag just continued, and I tried to click a little bit earlier, but didn't really work out. And yeah, I was gonna miss that penalty because it was just impossible to take it. It turned so laggy for some reason, and I actually got a little bit afraid that I might get disconnected and get a loss from the match because of the bad connection all of a sudden. But in the end, I did win the match, and look at the stats. It was a one-sided match, and we should definitely have wanted more than 2-0. But still, a win is a win, and now we're sitting on 18 points. So 3 games remaining. We just need 2 more wins. It's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. We could also do with a win and 2 draws if we want to, but I'd rather have 2 wins and just win it pretty clean, this division. We'll see how it goes in the next episode. Maybe we'll be able to pick up the title there. Time will tell. But for now, we're going to end off the episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.